So welcome back to the Cross Up Podcast. I am your host, Alan, with the usual two people, Daquan and Jeremy. So this is going to be a pretty quick episode. Usually when we do our second recordings of the week, they're usually 30 minutes just to kind of go over some news or a topic that we want to talk about. But we've also had an update. So specifically, I think it was this morning or yesterday, they announced that HighGuard will be shutting down March 12th, which deserved, kind of. But at the same time, I feel like they saw the feedback and the reception and then just gave up. Didn't want to try to combat it or do anything. It seems like they kind of just gave up, fired more than half the team to try to minimize expenses. And even though they said they had about a year of content laid out, they're just not even going to let it roll out.
Yeah.
On one hand,
I think it's a smart thing to do. That's just go ahead.
Well,
No,
yeah, I mean,
no.
it's just, you know, I think it's just a loss at this point and they just want to move on, which I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with it, but I don't know. It's like on one hand, yeah, it's probably the correct decision, especially if you just don't think you can save it. But on the other hand, I hate how quickly we're giving up on a game that has like a decent amount of potential, and people, like, there was a community that played it. Like, it wasn't like it was just dead. Like, there were still some people playing it.
Yeah, I'm more so on the idea of when this stuff starts to happen, as far as like the game just completely shuts down, it's the core loop isn't enough. Like, you think about niches, like even with Marathon, right? Marathon, and I ain't trying to divert too much, but Marathon's thing is, because it's by Bungie, they're looking for a broad audience. But if you're trying to make a more niche experience and expecting a broad audience, you're also expecting a broad audience ROI. So in HighGuard scenario, I don't think they made it for a niche community.
No.
So that's where it's like, if we built this game thinking that a broad group would like it, but it's instead a niche community of maybe like 50,000 people or so, it's like, that's a whole restructure of how they thought the project and the product was going to be put together. So at that point, scrap it, figure it out later, and just try something else. Because
I'm not too surprised. Yeah, I'm not too surprised that the game is shutting down. I am more on the sad part of the devs of like all this work that you did for like, I don't know how many years they did.
For
4 years.
For it to be only around for a month.
That sucks.
That's
Like, what do you do for real? Like, what do you actually do? You know?
And like, this is also just a reminder, because it also happened with Marathon. I'm not going to talk about Marathon. We'll probably save that for another episode, because we can go fully in depth, because it comes out in a couple days. It comes out tomorrow. You're right, tomorrow. But I've seen it a lot with HighGuard and Marathon, so I figured I'd bring it up. And we can probably even do a whole fucking hour-long episode about this. But what happened to fucking gamers not even able to enjoy anything anymore?
yeah.
Let's not figure this out, or
No, like, it's been a problem.
Are you slowly realizing
No,
it?
it's a problem, but it's becoming more blatant, I think is the word that I'm going to use. Because you've always had people dooming games since like Call of Duty 4. Like, you always hear, you have friends, you have like, oh, I don't want to play that, it's not Halo, or I don't want to play that, it's not Call of Duty. Like, you've had that growing up. Like, that's not new.
It's getting louder.
But it's getting to the point where like every single game, every single tweet, every single YouTube video, every Reddit post you go to or subreddit for a new game that people are excited for and can be excited for, doesn't matter what it is, you just see post after post after post of people just shitting on the game itself, that it's not out yet, and shitting on anyone that likes it. I'm pulling Marathon as an example, right? Because don't get me wrong, Marathon's not for me, but not because I don't think it's a good game, because I got to try it like a little bit, and I've seen a bunch of gameplay, and I will say, at least from the previous beta or the gameplay before, the game at least looks a lot better. And I think it's a good game, but it's not for me, because Marathon is one of those games, just like Tarkov, just like Arc Raiders, just like a lot of live service games, they're a time sink. They require a lot of time. I don't have time to be playing another game when I'm already playing like Tekken, Street Fighter, or I'm playing like I play Final Fantasy. I don't play Final Fantasy as much anymore, but I still play like Overwatch and other multiplayer games with friends. And then you're trying to tell me that you're also then gonna have to like put a part-time job for Marathon to be like consistent. Like I can't do that. But like as an example, my brother has been a fan of Marathon since it's come out because he likes Bungie. He likes the lore and the information that's being given to him of behind the scenes of not just like Marathon's gameplay, but like of the characters, the factions, the companies involved and stuff like that. Like he's been a huge follower this entire time, and while I'm not on the same, like I'm not even really a fan, I'm still happy that he's found a game that he's excited for. And I've seen plenty of people online that are doing the exact same thing. They're super hyped. They see these new videos for lore or gameplay and they're super excited, and then you have barrage of people just commenting like, why are you liking that garbage ass game? You didn't see what they did to Destiny 2?
It's actually funny because what's this guy's name? Astacross?
Oh, Astacross.
Astacross. Yeah.
He first started playing, and at the beginning of like the Service Slam, it was all types of discourse.
Yeah.
Everything. Hate this, hate that, hate that. And then by the end of the weekend, everyone was like, "Oh, this isn't too bad."
No,
There's not.
I think
wonder what changed. Did you play the game?
Yeah, I think the majority of people that at least took the time to play the game for a few hours, I want to say like 80 to 85% of those players probably changed their mind to the game as at least being decent. They may not play it, they may not buy it, but they went from this is a dog shit game, like who is this for, and it looks like it's Play-Doh, Roblox or whatever, like these whack ass characters, to like, this is actually pretty cool. This is actually a lot of fun. There's a lot of variety in how you can build those characters and those guns. And I don't understand why, because like we saw this a lot during the game of the year, right? When we talked about Expedition 33 and people hating on it. I just don't understand why people are so concerned about these superficial things when at the end of the day, all you should be worried about is, did you have fun playing that game?
Yeah.
You can't answer that question. I don't know. I literally don't know what to tell you.
Or if you didn't even at one point think throughout the whole, like let's say you play a game for 3 hours and at that entire time your brain was thinking of nitpicking all of these things that were bothering you and not once did you think, am I having fun? Then the way you're playing games is wrong. The way you're playing games is wrong. I don't care who you are. I don't care. You can think about other things to critique the game and have like actual constructive criticism. But if at any point you're not debating, you're not seeing if you're actually having fun, then you're not enjoying games. You're not playing them. I'm not just gonna say the correct way because you can play them however you want, but like you're missing the point. Yeah, you're missing the point of what video games are for. So enough about that. We just wanted to quickly touch on it and my little rant because I'm getting kind of tired of seeing it fucking everywhere. It's even
good luck. Get ready,
dude. It's even getting on my Twitter feed, which is like when you're getting like hate for a game to come through my Twitter feed, which is usually full of like just art or like fighting game stuff related. Like this is really like getting out of hand.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna give a fuck.
Yeah.
The FGC is the embodiment of hate.
100%.
Just gonna say it.
Yeah, 100%.
If it's not Street Fighter, who gives a fuck? Who cares?
Bro, because obviously they're making the new DOA 6 last round, and I picked up the game to play it. I've been watching so much DOA 6, like the TNS, Tampa Never Sleeps, did a tournament, and they've been doing some tournaments here there. Bro, that game looks like so much fun. There's so much to that game that I did not know whatsoever. It's like actually super in depth, and the way that the combo system works is really interesting, and I'm having a lot of fun with the game. So I just wanted to throw that in there. So
sponsored by Pure Life.
If we're not sponsored by Pure Life, bleep it out. Say we're sponsored by Alan's wallet because that's all we're not getting paid. So we're gonna go to the main topic now, which will be probably the next 20-30 minutes or so, however long it says. Go ahead. Do you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I'll start it off.
Okay.
This article came out maybe a week or two ago, and I purposely told Daquan may have seen it. I purposely did not tell Daquan about it. And this is about Bethesda. And how Howard said about going back to their classic style. Now, before I give an opinion about this, Daquan, what is the classic style? Can you explain to me what that is?
To me,
Oh, this is gonna be good.
I think the classic style of Bethesda is intricate world building with shallow character systems, but impactful character choices.
I'm gonna say my take on what I think is the Bethesda classic is, again, very strong world building, because it is always very strong. No matter what game it is, even current games, you can't argue that they didn't put some fucking effort into the world itself. It's always been strong world building, strong characters, very like, for them, like, there's some in-depth systems as far as like RPGs go, but they're usually pretty shallow, nothing too crazy. It's not innovative by any means, but it's always been semi interesting story with characters as the main focus and highlight, with character choices and dialogue, and then like subpar gameplay.
Okay.
Yes.
The gameplay is what I want to get to.
Yeah.
That's what,
That part of it.
So, I will concede that they have good world building and they have good characters and whatnot. The gameplay,
Yes.
it's so outdated. I hope they
Yes,
don't
it
do no
is.
classic style. Please no. Please, dear God. No.
I think it
Like,
depends.
leave-
I think it depends. And I say this because, as someone who, like, I enjoy the older Bethesda titles, specifically like Oblivion, Fallout 3, New Vegas. Even with the DLC of Fallout 4, I like Fallout 4. And like Skyrim, I think if the gameplay was a little bit better, I could probably enjoy that one more. Because Skyrim itself still has a very interesting world, and the story is like interesting enough. But I think if they're trying to go back to what they consider to be in form, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to go back to the clunky feeling of, like, let's say Skyrim.
That was
But-
my first thought when I
No.
when I see classic style Bethesda game, I'm thinking it's gonna be outdated as fuck. And my question is, why not update it again?
My assumption was that they were going to go back to how they structure their games, not necessarily the gameplay. Like what makes Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Skyrim, like Skyrim, Fallout 4, and gameplay wise, I figured they'd be closer to Fallout 4, which doesn't really feel that clunky. Now, is it like slightly outdated? Yeah, absolutely. You could probably have that argument. We could sit here and nitpick specific systems, but I think because the people that play Bethesda games kind of play it for those games, like they play them because they're Bethesda games, not just because they're a random RPG. So
they're playing it not because of the gameplay. That's what you.
they are,
So-
because it's still unique. Like, you don't get the Bethesda experience anywhere else.
You don't. I do think for this, just to Jeremy's point about gameplay, you can't update the combat and how you kind of interact with the world as a character and it still be a Bethesda title. Like, imagine you say, oh, we're going to add dodging and we're going to put in like parries and like proper. I mean, there is like a small parry system in Skyrim, or like some of those games you get like a tiny window, but there's no like exaggerated Elden Ring or, you know, fighting game style. That's what I mentioned before about shallow systems. It's their version of this is lower the barrier to success and make them feel like what they chose to do was the right decision. So like when you do that,
Go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, when you do that, like the gameplay has to take like a third seat to everything else.
But can you still do that, but also modernizing it and updating it too?
I don't think so. Like, I mean, unless you're talking about the animations, like make the animations feel more like
A little bit more
sexy
fluid,
or-
nicer to look at.
Yeah,
Like, you could
fluid,
probably
maybe,
do
but-
that, but I think if they're gonna, like, if in their head, going back to like how, like example, like a more modern version, because I think it's what they're probably going to aim for, is like a Fallout 4 and how that game feels. You can modernize it as in like get better graphics, the way that the games look, maybe even how the guns look and function. But I can't imagine they change like how melee, like the melee system works, or like trying to even modernize like how Skyrim does melee combat without it just completely being like you're no longer a Bethesda feeling game if we're trying to stay within their definition of Bethesda. Because I don't ever picture, even by like, let's say 10 years in the future, ever seeing a Bethesda title and then them pulling out parries like Leon did in RE9, or like a combo system like DMC style shit, like action combat.
I don't think they need that.
No, they don't need that. But like that's what I'm saying. Like as an example, I don't think they'd go either of those directions.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I was just using them. Like those are obviously extremes, right? Because like no one's gonna fucking just pull out the DMC combat like nothing. But
No. So let me ask you this. So did you play the Oblivion remake? I'm sorry, it's a remake. That's what I'm gonna call it.
It's a remake. It's a remake.
Did you play it?
I have it. I have only played the first hour.
Is what they did? Is that what you would want to see in Elder Scrolls 6?
No,
I don't. It's still very dated.
It's still very dated. That's why. And then why not just update it?
So
I want them to.
I would prefer Elder Scrolls games to have more consequence in combat, because I get the stat stick conversation that they like to play in these games just to make everybody feel good about themselves. But there's also the thing of like, I don't want to sit here and swing at a Draugr for like
10 minutes.
5 minutes or so because he's legendary. It should literally be Drauggr's like hearts is in a specific part of the body, aim for that part of the body and take them out. Like the VAT system is very interesting for Fallout. They need to just, like you mentioned about Fallout 4, take something like the VAT system and have that per character and be like, you master the characters you have to fight. Maybe you need to add extra fire and then you get a crit when you hit them and then you chop them in half. You only need to swing one time for a skeleton.
And that system is only in Fallout, right?
The VAT system, it's only in Fallout.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know why they just don't cross the two and just make it to be a staple of this how Bethesda titles work. Now it's more so, do you know your enemy? Take out the auto aiming thing unless it's like an ultra instinct ability because you're Dragonborn 2.5 or some crazy nonsense. But like in my mind, that's a cool evolution of Bethesda titles to use an existing system and just modify it.
See that's a good idea. That's a smart idea.
More interesting.
That's basically a slower version of Metal Gear Vengeance.
Yeah, for the Vengeance with the sword, correct. Yeah. But what did Todd say?
Do you really want to know what he said?
What he said.
Y'all are ugly for this. Everybody is ugly for this. All right, what we got? Don't say he said they have invigorating.
So I'm gonna tell you this first. This is his quote, and then we can go from there. So this is from the article from IGN. It says, this is a full quote from Todd Howard. We do have a certain style that we like and that our fans like that we want to get better and better at. I think in some ways, Fallout 76 and Starfield are a little bit of a creative detour from the classic Elder Scrolls Fallout, a Skyrim or Fallout 3 or Fallout 4 Oblivion, where you're exploring a world in a certain way. And as we come back to Elder Scrolls 6 that we're doing now, we're coming back to that classic style that we've missed that we know really well.
As far as I know, Starfield, all world was just basically procedural and just random hodgepodge of stuff, for the most part. Whereas Skyrim was actually handcrafted worlds, right?
And also, if this helps you kind of maybe form an opinion, they also quoted that he also confirmed that the studio has been working to improve Creation Engine and is bringing it up to Creation Engine 3, which is what's going to be powering Elder Scrolls 6 and their titles moving forward.
So Elder Scrolls 6 will commercially fail, is what I'm hearing.
We don't know.
That's what I
Why do you say that?
It'll commercially fail at this point. So, I hate to admit it, and I really do hate to admit it, because CD Projekt Red is what they are. They have really evolved. Like, if you imagine Skyrim as setting the tone for what a role-playing game is supposed to be for a massive audience, then The Witcher comes in and says, here is the next evolution of that conversation. But then the people that made the original Big Boom is now like we're just gonna go back to doing the big boom, and it's like you can't expect the same results if The Witcher exists. And I'm pretty sure The Witcher 4 is going to come out before The Elder Scrolls 6 at this point.
At this rate, yeah.
So,
I feel like that's my argument. I'm sorry. I feel like that's like my argument. Like, you want to do this classic style, sure. It just feels outdated.
yeah, and
Because realistically,
might be a death sentence for their money. That's why.
Because realistically, right? Like, because we still haven't seen anything, we still haven't really heard anything, and they said they're working on Creation Engine 3. It's not done, which means that's what's going to be the game is on. Which I guess if we're going to take that at face value, which means other than like obviously like probably concept art and things of that nature, the game hasn't started development. Because I don't know how well going from a newer engine how much that would transfer over.
I'm pretty sure it's in
I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure the Elder Scrolls 6 have been in development since like 2019. I'm pretty sure it's been in development for almost a decade. So like, and also even for them talking about we got a new engine, it's like, what does that mean?
Yeah, we don't know. He didn't specify.
The design is still the same. Like it's like imagine if id was like, oh, we got a new version of like the engine we use at id. It's like we still gonna see Doom. Like maybe the Doom Slayer can do like a faster double jump and there's a smaller millisecond like delay because of the way you optimize something, but it's like it's not like it's gonna allow you to like change your entire design philosophy. Like
no, it don't change that much if at all.
no, so I'm like them making a statement about an engine. I'm like, what does that mean? We can open a door without a loading screen? Because y'all said that about Starfield, and then there was loading screens everywhere. So I honestly, dude, as much as I really do appreciate what Bethesda has done, they still are an interesting studio to me. I do think Elder Scrolls 6 is just gonna flop, and it hurts to say that out loud, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna flop.
Isn't Cyberpunk 2 gonna be on Unreal Engine 2?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. I mean,
yeah, and that's another game, Cyberpunk. Like that is another thing for the evolution of role-playing games. Another massive. I didn't even bring that up. See, probably great nonsense, but like.
Create an engine takes time.
Them right now.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not cut that time and just use Unreal Engine? Or
that's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah, it is.
But again, even the engine don't fix your design philosophy. And if they are talking about going back to their nonsense, if somebody sits down, especially like a younger generation person, if they sit down and swing at a skeleton for like 4 minutes, they're going to put that controller down in Alt F4. Like, they're not going to sit there and do that. They're not. Like, they've been giving games like Destiny, they got Call of Duty, they have Genshin Impact. Like, you're exploding things, you're having power fantasies, you're just the creature on the field. And if you're looking for the mass audience that you need to have the same type of success as the Elder Scrolls 5, you can't sit here and make everything the sponge. You can't have the same shallow systems, you can't have the same shallow combat. But then that goes against the entire design philosophy of Bethesda. So either Todd is lying or he doesn't know what he's saying, which I doubt, or they're going to go back and remake Skyrim just in a brand new engine and it's going to fail. Because people only play Skyrim for nostalgia. The game is actually not that great to play.
No, we talk about it every time it comes up.
I tried. I can't get out the wagon until I crash.
Like, I mean, I get off the wagon because I think I got to make the Riverwood and then I make it a white run. Okay, I'll be playing it, but like, it's again nostalgia for me because I enjoy it, right? It's Skyrim. It's my first Bethesda title, right? It's my first role-playing game, unless I count Pokemon.
But the thing is, like, at what point, like, because I saw this, like, Jeremy sent it to me, and I dead ass, the first thought that came to my brain was, who fucking cares?
Yeah, who cares? Yeah.
Because it's already been 8 years since the game was teased. At what point is everyone just going to start being like, okay, it's just Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's never going to come out, or it's going to come off like a huge dog pile of shit.
It'll come out after Star Citizen.
Probably.
Like, keep that in mind. They actually have probably been around the same development.
When is Star Citizen coming out?
This year.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think they posted like an announcement that they were having a release date this year.
and actually like play on. I have to play on my PC. I have to buy a launcher or something, or is there Xbox Game Pass? I don't know.
Oh no! They ain't say nothing about console now. They said
No,
like, we
it's
probably would never
PC.
get the console.
Like, I don't like. Is there a trailer for this thing? Like, is that E3? Is that E3?
Ain't even gonna talk about E3. But look, all I'm saying is like,
I'm sorry. Did Jeff Keighley say anything about it? I need to hear Jeff talk about it.
I don't think he has.
Jeff Keighley needs to talk about it.
I don't know if he has or not.
About Star Citizen, I'm not buying it.
So I'm pretty sure when Star Citizen has its release, it will be at his show. It will be. It will probably be the largest release behind Grand Theft Auto.
I'll tell you.
I just did that. I'm sorry. Hold on. No, hold your. You did not just say that Star Citizen is gonna have as big of a success right behind Grand Theft Auto.
No. I didn't say as big a success. It's going to be one of the largest right behind Grand Theft Auto.
No, you can't count its already player base. It's not gonna happen.
It'll be great.
It's not gonna.
Y'all are gonna hop in.
Star Citizen. And all this year, I will buy the game.
We gonna play. Look, I got a nice ship. We gonna be.
Oh
ready
my
to go
God.
out there.
I need to hear it. I need to hear it out of his mouth. At some point.
1.0 this year. 1.0. Chris Roberts. But yeah, to Todd and friends, I'm sorry to y'all. Like y'all are trailblazers. Y'all did your fizzle, but now
And also, like the way that he talks about the game, like this is one of the quotes that he said. What do fans really want? And this is like December of last year. Do they want a game that comes out before it should and doesn't meet their expectations, or do they want the turkey that is in the oven for long enough to be delicious when it finally comes out of the oven? That's what I think people are going to want. So we're going to take our time, and as long as it needs to be great. Motherfucker, it's been 8 years with nothing to show for it as far as we're concerned.
It's been beyond 8 years because Elder Scrolls 5 came out 11/11/11. It's been 15 years?
Yeah.
That's a long time, bro.
15 years to wait for a sequel. And how many Fallouts have they made? They made 2
One.
Fallouts in that time frame.
One Fallout.
They made Fallout 4 and Fallout 76.
Well, 70. I don't count 76. I forget about that one.
No,
You're right though. I forgot about it. My brain doesn't register it. So they made 2 Fallout games. They made
an Oblivion remake.
They remastered Skyrim like 8 times. Then they released Starfield, that mobile game. But I don't even think that's like the main studio.
No. So I'm like.
Which I don't even think the Oblivion remaster was the main studio either.
No, it wasn't. That was outsourced to
it was
Xbox Studio.
Yeah. So, like I said, I don't. How much time do you actually need, bro? Like, some children are about to graduate high school in the time that it's taking you to finish this game.
That is true. That is true.
You know, you want to know how old I was when they announced Elder Scrolls 6?
20.
I was 22. I'm 30 now. I'm 30 and there's still no Elder Scrolls 6. Todd Howard, I'm gonna be 40 by the time this game comes out, bro.
And that's even if Todd's still at the studio.
I don't want to be 46 right now. All right, I'm out of here.
Yeah, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We're all depressed. This game's probably not gonna. It's not gonna go well.
We're all depressed.
Our lives flashing before our eyes. Before we know it, we're dead, and Elder Scrolls 6 is not out. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.